Morning, everybody. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. This morning, I'm going to be reacting to the Gauntlet X Commonwealth, a 1,000 player civilization story full movie made on CaptainParrm. Yes, hopefully I'm pronouncing the YouTube channel name correctly, CaptainParrm. This is based on the Rich and Poor experiment, the 1000 civilization experiment by Ish. If you guys want to check out the video on a compiled playlist made by Crayfish in Brazil, remember that the Ish Minecraft 2.5 point of view playlists made by Crayfish in Brazil, the link is going to be in the description below, along with the original video link as well as CaptainParrm YouTube channel link. Yes, they'll be in the description below. And if you guys want to check out my previous reaction to the other point of views of the experiment, remember that the reaction playlist card is going to be at the top right here. Yes. Now, I know about the Commonwealth. I don't know about this Gauntlet. Not sure about that. But yes, the Commonwealth, I know of it. I know of the Commonwealth's last days being led by Sitzkrieg. I know about the implosion of the Commonwealth, consisting of 5 nations, the leadership squabbles, assassinations, and ultimately, the end of the Commonwealth as Sitzkrieg, with the remaining Commonwealth citizens vacated and headed over to Ashen Bastion in Furnace. So they were a very powerful nation in Island 2, the Northern Islands. They were a very powerful nation, a very populous nation, and they had the greatest decline out of all the Northern Island nations. Their decline was, you could say it was spectacular. From the height that they achieved down to nothing. It was just an amazing transformation, definitely. And hopefully CaptainParrm can further explain or go into detail about the Commonwealth and what has been going on there, what led to the implosion of the Commonwealth and the eventual end of the nation's existence. And then the Gauntlet, I'm not sure what that is. Is that a nation or is that an organization of some sort? I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully CaptainParrm can explain to us more about that situation as well. And yes, let us start. 3, 2, 1, go.
I, along with 1,000 other players, participated in one of the largest civilization events on YouTube. Split between the harsh wastelands of Island 1 and the rich paradise of Island 2, each player must do whatever it takes to survive. That's right, because when you die, you are dead. The full story of the Commonwealth has yet to be explained.
Yes, please explain to us, the backstory of the Commonwealth, CaptainParrm.
What went wrong? 5 nations brought together under the guise of unity and a hope that could have seen them stand the test of time. This is the story of a nation's downfall like no other. This is the story of the Gauntlet and the Commonwealth. To understand the Gauntlet, we have to go way back to Ish's prison experiment, where the group was first and formerly known as the Invisible Hand.
The prison experiment. Sorry, alarm. Oh, alright. And you guys were called the Invisible Hand. Okay. Invisible Hand.
There isn't much footage captured during this time, except for this one clip that has been kept safe in the annals of their history.
Capitalism guides the selfish into selflessness.
What? Wait, capitalism guides the selfish into selflessness. Let me write that down. Although I don't agree, but okay. guides the selfish. All right.
The Invisible Hand used their shared accommodation of the prison to spread their ideals of capitalism to other inmates, until, on the final day, the walls of the prison were unmade.
So, Invisible Hand, this organization called Invisible Hand, have this ideology of capitalism. What was it again? Capitalism guides selfish people into selflessness. Alright.
The shackles were broken. The word of the Invisible Hand was no longer bound and could spread to all corners of the known world. And that is how the Gauntlet was made. A militia inspired by the words of our great prophet 20JP.
Prophet 20JP. Okay. So I'm assuming he's like the leader of the Invisible Hand that would later become the Gauntlet in the 2.5 experiment. Okay.
A vision that saw to live on for many events to come.
Oh wow. Okay, so you are guys who contributed that structure, a gauntlet essentially, to the Commonwealth. Okay.
I spawned on the luscious beaches of Island 2, filled with jungles and nothing but green as far as the eye can see. I decided to keep close to my spawn and follow the ocean north, where I met with a friendly face and member of the Gauntlet, TimeBomb, who was more than happy to hook me up with some starter gear and other various items he had found.
TimeBomb. TimeBomb of the trial. That TimeBomb. The TimeBomb who, was presiding over a sham trial of Saparada. That TimeBomb. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a different TimeBomb. I'm not sure, but I remember there was a TimeBomb who was presiding over a sham trial accusing Saparada of accusing Saparada of killing the Island 2 leaders at his home. I remember that TimeBomb. If you are the same TimeBomb, I already don't like you. I already don't like you. For the simple fact of how you presided over that trial. It was a sham.
The first few moments of the server were a struggle, no doubt, but as the server stabilised and more people began to join, we followed the coordinates given to us and met with the rest of the Gauntlet and the Commonwealth. The two leaders of the Gauntlet were our prophet 20JP and Phoebas, our vizier.
What? Phoebas, okay. Phoebas, a vizier? I'm sorry. I got Phoebas. I think I'll just write that down. Okay. So these are the two leaders of the Gauntlet. Right.
Who'd already helped in getting makeshift farms up and running. The Commonwealth as a whole made up quite a large portion of the server population, and hunger could surely become a hefty problem. To put myself
are you guys gonna have bread lines like on Island 2, Island 1 I mean?
to work, I jumped headfirst into the ocean, only to find there wasn't much local fish life in the area. But nonetheless, I grabbed what I could, and after met with Cosmic Chrome, where we made boats and explored a bit further out of Commonwealth lands. When we returned, things were progressing nicely, Some animals had been brought back and foundations for some buildings were made. But our spirits were lifted by a special guest who came down from above and wished our growing nation well.
Ish, the god, the creator.
Before mysteriously disappearing into thin air.
That's what gods do. They float, walking around their subjects or their creations, and then they just poof out of existence.
After things were calming down, I took a moment to visit Ascoria, another nation inside the Commonwealth who had...
Ascoria. Okay, let me just make a block where I'm going to be writing down the 5 nations. Ascoria and the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is led by 20JP and Free Bears, or Fee, is it? Yeah, Fee, I think it's Fee Bears. Asconia, who's the leader of Asconia?
established a makeshift embassy on the beach. Their people seemed friendly enough, and everything was starting to take decent shape early into the event. I then stepped away to do some personal mining as people were flooding the nearby mines closer to home, and it wouldn't take long for me to find iron and shortly after gear myself up with diamonds.
Diamond armor.
Returning to the surface, I wanted to meet up again with CaptainParrm and repay him for the help he was so generous to give me not so long ago.
Oh, that's nice. You know, you guys working together, sharing resources together. That's nice. On Island 1, they don't have that luxury. But yes, there would still be people who would offer resources, you know, to help each other out. But it was very difficult on Island 1. Very, very difficult. Not only was the environment trying to kill them, but you know, the fact that there was a lack of resources, it compounded the situation even further for them, you know, to focus on surviving first, you know, for themselves, surviving first, and then they can probably think about other people. So yeah, it's good to see that, you know, in the beginning, in the Commonwealth, you know, people were helping each other out, sharing whatever resources they've been able to gather. Yeah, it's only later on, as we progress into the days of this experiment with Island 2, do the cracks start showing. You know, they have an abundance of resources, but their society is, you know, it's breaking down. Their leaders are killing each other. Their leaders are trying to cause discord and chaos for their own personal pursuits. So yeah, it's good to see that in the beginning, for a time, it was good. They were plentiful.
Further down the hill, I had my first encounter with the Gauntlet's one and only Bingo's Bread.
Bingo's Bread. Okay. So I'm guessing that's a store. Right.
The owner, Bingo, wasted no time in building his shop and harvesting his very first batch of Bingo's Mounted Bread. I, of course, was more than happy to help his venture, but then before we knew it, the server was about to close and the Commonwealth gathered in the centre to see out a very successful day one. Everyone shields in, shields in, shields in, shields in.
Shields in.
Shields in. Have a good night.
Commonwealth! Woo!
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I think Hyperion does it better, you know. Their people were very lively, very active, and very loud, especially in how proud they are of their nation of Hyperion, you know, and their leadership of Alkaline Alk. You know, you could hear them Their voices reverberated in your body. You guys, you're just not giving me that vibe, that energy, like a Perion. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you know, Commonwealth. Good luck.
This is sort of awkward waiting now we've done our little...
I logged on day 2 to see a nationwide meeting was already underway to discuss a potential move to a new base. That was when we were visited by our man from above for the second time, who gave us a boost in confidence.
Man, Ish really likes you guys, huh? Ish really likes visiting you guys. I don't think... Well, maybe he has been visiting other nations multiple times, but yeah. He likes you guys.
All you need to know is Mykonos is the best.
Gauntlet! Woo!
Oh, Ish knows the Gauntlet. No, alright. Everybody else?
Although as the meeting progressed, there was already early signs of miscommunication between certain members.
We didn't agree to that. We were unaware of the decision when it was being made.
Oh wait, there's Bingo. Bingo still. Okay.
Yes. Wolfram did.
Okay, these must be the council leaders. Okay, Almond. 1778. Okay. Coraline. I don't know you. Sitzkrieg, I know you. Although I don't know the nation you belong to, Sitzkrieg. Yeah, hopefully CaptainParrm is going to tell us. The Walrus Wizard. Interesting name. Walrus Wizard. I also don't know the nation you represent. Almond, I don't know the nation you represent. And I think that final block is meant for either 20JP or Feebaz, because they're the leaders of the Gauntlet. Okay.
Country, so all if you didn't attend, I cannot. It's your fault. You had every opportunity to.
When was it?
Voice your...
After the meeting,
Ooh, okay, that meeting did not sound good. That meeting did not sound good, and it's in front of everybody. You know, everybody's listening to the leaders, and they, you know, bickering amongst each other. Ooh, that does not bode well, especially on day 2. But you know, teething problems. Yeah, it's unfortunate that those teething problems did not vanish after day 2.
I returned to Bingo's bread, where Bingo was hard at work introducing himself and, of course, selling bread to Gauntlet members.
One will get you 4 bread.
One what?
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the bread store. Make it bread.
I don't have that amount of money.
This is the gauntlet, huh? This is the gauntlet.
Bingo ventured out into the village and thought of more ways to branch out his business, with a slightly more direct approach to advertisement.
I just kind of...
Bread! Come get your bread!
Selling bread, 1 iron, 2 bread, cheap bread, bigger bread.
You guys know what you need more than tools? Bread. Come get
Bingo, yeah, that's good.
your bread. Come buy some bread.
Yeah, I got some wheat over there. How much is bread?
Guys, it's actually 1 iron for 2 bread.
Not a bad deal.
That's a fucking lot!
Well, in times like this, you know. Come on, guys, it's not that big of a price.
In times
Just-
like this, we focus on the government farm over there.
What?
Mountain bread.
Sounds like the communist farm
No,
to
no, no,
me.
no, no, no.
That does sound like a communist
The new...
Zuck93 hopped on board this business trend, although his neighbour didn't take too well to this sudden business rival, sparking capitalistic banter between the two.
This kind of takes me back to, you know, primary school. A long time ago. During primary school, I think it was the grade 6s or grade 7s, if I'm not mistaken. They had a entrepreneurial day, yeah, and they would either sell baked goods. I remember I sold baked goods like muffins and shortbreads and brownies. Others, they sold other forms of trinkets and things that they had that they wanted to sell to people. And yeah, during Entrepreneur Day, you would have your stall, and next to you, you would also have someone who has their stall. And if you guys sold something similar, there would be some sort of competition, to see who's going to clear out their stalls first of their either merchandise or food items that they're selling. And yeah, it was fun times. I only participated once in Entrepreneur Day, and then I realized that I want to be the consumer. I don't want to be the seller. I don't want to be the one running the business. I want to be the consumer. So I switched, I think it was, grade 7. I made sure that I wasn't going to be the one contributing in terms of being an entrepreneur. I would be a consumer. I would, peruse through all that is being sold and choose what I wanted to buy. And yeah, this is just taking me back.
Do you need baked potatoes? Yeah. They're fresh.
Look at that. Good business. Thank you for your business.
One iron gives you 3 baked potatoes.
Okay, Zark 93. So you are Bingo's competitor.
That's a steal. Sure.
These big potatoes are communist. I've seen them. They're communist.
Not long after, I went back into the mines and did a little mining off camera. I was able to gather just short of a full set of diamond armour. When I returned to the surface, I found that Phoebaz, 20JP, and other Gauntlet members had come back from a long expedition around the island, along with vital information.
We found a very good, very high spot, but we have to get Sits to agree to it. A lot of spots we looked at had people living there, so to not be intrusive, I think we have narrowed it down to one place.
We were discussing how to wrap up the day. Someone from the high-ranking position within the Commonwealth had other ideas, which would throw everyone through one big loop.
Yikes.
Where is
Everyone's
everyone?
leaving. They're leaving.
Where are they going?
Pack all your stuff.
Wait,
I
what?
don't know.
So wait a minute. The Commonwealth left without informing the Gauntlet members or the Gauntlet nation that they are leaving.
Wait, what? We're leaving now? Are we moving? Are we hearing things that we're moving?
Yeah, we're moving.
What's the codes?
0-1200.
Yep.
Grab anything you can and make a boat chest too.
Coraline, the leader of Ascoria and member of the Commonwealth Council, made an unexpected call to change locations by sending a set of coordinates to who knew where.
Okay, leader of Ascoria, Coraline. So Coraline can unilaterally decide that we are leaving this location and we're heading over to a new location for the Commonwealth without consultation with the other council members of the Commonwealth, because it seems to me that 20JP as well as Phoebaz, the leaders of Gauntlet, were not informed about this, because if they were informed about this, they would have told their people of Gauntlet that we are moving to a new location. But it seems that no one here was informed about this, and Coraline took this decision alone. This is a problem. This is what I was talking about, the teething problems. They're not going away. They're continuing as the days progress. Yeah, the Commonwealth.
So we loaded up storage boats and set sail. But what we didn't know is not everyone knew of this development, and many who were still inside the Commonwealth were left behind.
Utter chaos.
And then we would get a warning that would make everything worse.
What's the bad news?
Bad news, zombie apocalypse.
It's gonna be something bad. It's gonna be like something really bad.
Oh, the mobs. Okay. And you see now people are migrating. The Commonwealth is migrating to a new location. Not everybody knows this new location. Now zombies are coming in during the night. It's just a recipe for disaster for some players, probably. Because they'll be looking for this new location of the Commonwealth. And, you know, it might be dark. And they might be attacked. All because there was no proper planning. There was no proper consultation by the Commonwealth Council. You know, what's the plan? How are we going to inform everybody within the Commonwealth that this is what's going to happen?
There's sharks in the water.
Oh no.
Bad news, the sun's going down for the first. Alright, go. It's fine.
Wait, where'd everyone else go?
We're gonna have. Oh, shit. Are they back here? I don't know, they might have just continued onwards.
We scrambled onto land and reunited with other people, hoping to find some shelter in nearby settlements, but Bingo had other things on his mind.
I miss your items.
Hold on. Guys, can you stay here? I want to go try sell some lead to these.
No, we don't have time. The sun's setting.
The group made the decision to go for one final push towards the coordinates, just before the sun went down. We were filled with hope when we found actual signs of life.
Hey, isn't that the meeting area of the Island 2 Nation leadership?
But we quickly realised these were not our people. This was a complete other group who were also preparing for the first night.
That's a lot of people.
I could trade some. Guys, where are we going? Where are you guys going?
The town's evacuating.
I'm gonna just stay with the people because there's a higher chance.
We opted to follow the group who led us to a large cave where we would try our luck persuading them to let us stay the night.
Wait, who's Commonwealth?
Us, weary
Okay,
travelers.
I thought you guys traveled back. Filter.
Huh?
Yeah, so these are the Scarlet Lines.
Oh.
Scarlet Lines. Okay. Scarlet Lines, you guys don't have any buildings. What's going on? Okay.
Okay, these are the Scarlet Lines. As long as nothing happens, like you guys are free to come.
How are you guys going to protect yourselves if you have no structures, you know, to protect yourselves against the zombies or other mobs that might exist during the night?
We followed the group down, still keeping somewhat cautious of what we would find in the cave.
Oh, okay, so there's civilizations underground. Okay. Oh, that's impressive.
But they kept to their word, and the hospitality of this nation was incredible.
Wow.
Not only that, but this is what a nation could do, given they could work together and communicate what they really wanted. I couldn't help but be impressed about what they had achieved in such a short space of time, and hoped that one day this could be the Commonwealth.
Well, about that. Oh gosh, CaptainParrm. I feel so sorry for you guys.
The sun rose and the event day was coming to an end. We went to the surface but were still unaware of the whereabouts of everyone else.
Where is Scarlet Line situated exactly? It's an interesting community. I like the fact that they've, dug their civilization underground. And it's such an expansive area, underground. I like that.
The decision making of one of our councillors caused a backlog of delays in our nation's development, and was the first time the Gauntlet began to ask questions of our leaders.
And when you guys start asking questions, the seed of doubt begins to germinate and grow in your minds. And this is legitimately so, because really the decision made here by Caroline or Coraline was just, it was irresponsible. It was irresponsible, and it's not something that's becoming of a leader. Because as a leader, you don't just dictate to your people that this is what's going to happen, this is what we're going to do. You have to consult. You have to convey the information or the decisions made by a council. You are not alone. You don't just do as you please. So yeah, this was really, just a very confusing and disappointing situation happening with the Commonwealth. The fact that their leadership is so disjointed. They are not in unison in the policy direction of the nation, and in terms of other responsibilities and duties as a council to their people. They are not in synchronization with each other, and it's creating this confusion where we don't know who is who, what is what, and the direction of the Commonwealth as a whole. We just don't know, because this was a very big decision, moving the capital to a different location, and having most of the Commonwealth members or citizens lost, not really sure where is it. They have to start looking for it, because they weren't informed beforehand that there is a discussion about moving the capital, and it has been under agreement by all council members, and this will be the new location. We will move on a specific date at a specific time. That's how it should have been done. But surprise, surprise, people just teleported from one location and now they're in another location. Those who were not part of that teleportation, now they have to figure out where their new capital is situated.
I logged in and went straight back to the Commonwealth, where most of our people had managed to find their way home. Unfortunately, due to the failed migration yesterday, the Commonwealth was already far behind the progress that other major Island 2 nations were making. Putting that aside, I went to check on other Gauntlet members, where CaptainParrm informed me that 20JP was beginning the construction of our monument.
And I bet Martel, the citizens of Martel or Bobbyland, they were already ahead of you guys. For some time, I'm sure they were ahead of you guys in building their society. And they were mainly focused on partying. They were mainly having maybe one builder, Light Rocket. Okay, yes, he had associates with him, but in majority they were mainly focused on enjoying themselves in Bobbyland. And I'm sure they were even ahead of you guys by day 3.
Which was planned to be the hotspot of our people. The capital for the Commonwealth, also known as the Acropolis, had also begun construction. I then checked in on Zuck and found out that he and Bingo, the rival business owners, had decided to put...
That's the location where the Acropolis is going to be situated, right on top of this hill right here. Okay, wow.
an end to their differences and come together, constructing the new and improved Bingo's Bread Shop. The
Nice. So it's a joint venture now.
building was a prime example of what the invisible hand religion believed in.
That, what is it again? Capitalism guides the selfish into selflessness. Right.
Not much else went down on day 3, so I spent the remainder of the day inside the mines making use of the mass amount of diamonds that we were finding. That was until this happened. I didn't get footage of the exact moment, but a high-ranking member of the Commonwealth had just been assassinated.
Here we go.
And a nationwide lockdown was called.
So who was assassinated?
His name was Rory.
What has
Rory
happened?
Cat or whatever. Was that guy?
Who died?
Commonwealth?
Who died?
The king of Arthon, which Arthon was either exiting or former Commonwealth member, just was assassinated.
As requested, I ran back to the Acropolis, where everyone was meeting. Confusion and hysteria was rampant as...
I like this, seeing the humble beginnings of the Acropolis, where you could actually see the foundation is exposed, the pillars are there, but the roof is not there yet. Yeah, this is interesting. And also the, what is it? What do I call it? The promenade around the Acropolis is also not complete. Yeah, interesting.
manhunts were formed to find the killer.
So, wait. So who was this Rory Can a part of? Do we know?
It sounds like a really.
No, we don't.
I'm not sure.
Rory. Okay. So Rory killed the leader of Arthon. And Arthon is one of the nations. Okay. Okay, so we've got the Gauntlet, we got Ascornia, and now we have Arthon. And who is the leader, or the former, or the assassinated leader of Arthon?
Idea.
He sent no messages on the Discord. I was looking on the Discord. There was nothing on
Yeah,
there.
he says prefers Island 2, so he's from Island 2, but he was in contact with,
Rory prefers Island 2. So he's from Island 2. Has the barrier been brought down? Doesn't the barrier go down during day 7? So how can he be part of Island 2? No.
someone from West Helm.
Okay, so to help you...
Someone from West Helm. No, that makes no sense. I'm sorry, guys.
Understand the Commonwealth hierarchy, let me explain.
Thank you.
The nation had 5 participants. The Gauntlet, Mykonos.
Okay.
Ascoria, Arthon, and finally Aledonia.
Okay. So Mykonos, the Gauntlet, Arthon, Asconia, and Aledonia. The Gauntlet, it's 20 JP, 3 bears. Asconia is Coraline. And now Aledonia and Mykonos. I don't know the leaders of that nation as well as Arthon. Yeah.
Each of them had a council person representing them, except the Gauntlet that had 2. These were Phoebas and 20 JP, Sitzkrieg
for Mykonos, okay. I wish you could write down the names of the leaders on top of the flags and then maybe the nation's names under the flag. Yeah, because it's kind of confusing. Sitzkrieg from Mykonos, okay. Coraline, yes. Coraline for Asconia.
Zekor and
Zekor. So, what about what's his name again? Oh, alright. So Almond.
Finally, Almond.
Okay. But then where does Zekor come into this? Because what about the Walrus Wizard? Because that's what I wrote here. Walrus Wizard, Sitzkrieg, Almond, Coraline. And then of course you have JP20 and Phoebas. So where does Warless Wizard get into this?
Bear in mind that there were leadership issues early in the event, though this was the final list of councillors.
Okay.
While Wolfram wasn't a councillor, he was still the king of Arthon.
Oh. Alright.
A highly influential member of the nation, who was now assassinated by a player called Rory Can. The council continued the lockdown due to fears of a second attack. For the remainder of the day, the Gauntlet stuck together like glue. We wondered between ourselves about the survivability of the Commonwealth, and that apparently there was more to Wolfram's death that met the eye.
So Wolfram was not the leader of Arthron, but the leader of Arthron is Zekor. Okay. Alright.
Coming to the end of...
Sorry guys, I'm a bit confused. I'm sorry if I'm, mumbling and going all over the place. I'm just trying to figure out, the structure, the leadership structure. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. Be patient with me, please.
Day 3, we made a vow, no matter what happened, we would never abandon each other.
Man, that happened on day 3? Crazy.
On day 4, mining within the Combined Nations started to become an issue. Minerals were being stripped faster than we could keep up with. So to combat this, we decided to find a new place to mine. And when the server opened, we gathered together and headed to the northern parts of the island, where we found an untouched piece of land that we would make our mining encampment. It didn't take us long to get set up and get to work. We dug through most of the day and found lava for lava buckets, and soon enough got plenty of diamonds and even an enchanting table, so we could kit everyone out in fully enchanted diamond armor.
You know, as I hear CaptainParrm talk like this about a new site for a new mining area or a new development area, it's just taking me back to what the Southern Alliance was talking about, you know, the leadership of the Southern Alliance, where they talked about the Northern Island nations are destroying their own island, their own Northern Island, for their own purposes, you know, for their own economic or infrastructure purposes. And they're ravaging their lands with overdevelopment. And, you know, that is something that the Southern Alliance wanted to avoid at all costs, because they've seen the destruction being left behind by Perpetuate and their colonization efforts on the Southern Island. And, you know, this is just another prime example of the overdevelopment of the Northern Island. The fact that they had a settlement that they vacated and headed over to a new location to build a new capital, you know, city for their civilization. They've just left that land scarred and, you know, ravaged by development. And, you know, they're like consuming ants. They just consume. They build their fortresses there, and then, you know, once the queen has decided we're moving to a new location, they abandon it, and then it's just this husk that's been left behind, you know. And definitely I can see why the Southern Alliance were, you know, really hell-bent on protecting the Southern Island from this type of extraction and exploitation and overdevelopment. I can finally see, because, yeah, there's a lot of work being done here in the Commonwealth. Massive, major projects, and the land is suffering because of it. Yeah.
Making the Gauntlet one of the wealthiest Commonwealth nations. Afterwards, myself and Tiaki went back to the Commonwealth and saw the incredible progress they were making on the Acropolis. We spent the last 30 minutes of the day mingling with the other nations, finally looking forward to a positive and productive end to the day.
Yeah.
Where's the
a new tomorrow?
Hey, a new tomorrow! Yes, the Southern Alliance. I guess it's time for the leadership of Island 2 to be rocked to the core.
Well, I assume that has something to do with everything.
Hello.
Boom.
What?
I guess CaptainParrm hasn't realized it yet. Yeah, he probably wasn't reading what was happening on the messages there.
What just happened?
What do you mean?
Look in the chat.
What's going?
6
Oh my
guys
god!
killed
Whoa!
themselves.
Coraline!
Coraline.
Oh my god! Coraline.
Wow, Coraline of Asconia is dead. Okay.
Coraline died. Coraline was the leader. Oh my god! Coraline died.
In a sudden and unexpected twist, Coraline, the councilperson for Ascoria, was dead, assassinated along with other important figures of other nations not even in the Commonwealth. The only evidence leading to the culprits was this chant, "To a new tomorrow." The future of Ascoria, like Arthon, now hung in the balance. A second lockdown was called and a second leader killed. We all gathered inside the Acropolis under fears that the Commonwealth was being taken apart one by one. But by who? no one could really say. The only question we could ask ourselves was who would be next. After day 4, extensive investigation went into the death of Coraline. Where she was and how did she die? Well, footage quickly emerged of a leaders' meeting that took place somewhere in Island 2.
Somewhere? You don't know about Saparada's home?
I don't know as much as the rest of my folk in the Commonwealth. I'm just one of the minor.
What happened? What the fuck just happened?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh my god!
Is anyone alive?
It turns out the meeting was allegedly rigged by a player called Saparata, who was caught fleeing the scene. The recordings came from people who were lucky enough to have survived the assassination attempt. But what about the chanting, you ask? Well, it turns out it was extremely unlucky timing from a group who lived in the south of Island 2 who were celebrating their independence.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ready?
Almost.
2, 3, 1.
Hell yeah! That's great.
Also, we were able to spread some anti-Aperion propaganda near their logging site. Just a little sign.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Okay,
now it looks like we
coordinated that.
Oh shit! Wait, that does not look good.
Saparata turned himself in with a simple request that a trial be held. CaptainParrm was named as the judge, and I travelled to the crime scene with him to gain some insight into what actually happened.
CaptainParrm.
Guys, clear away from the chairs. I'm about to pull the lever to see if it works or not.
Okay. Yeah. It works, but obviously the middle ones don't. There's some sort of redstone error, which is why we had survivors from the event.
Throughout the trial, various survivors spoke out against Saparata, including Zekor, the new leader of Arthon.
You at the monsters at the seed. All of the others who were around murdered by brimstones falling from the sky. You were watching it.
Now, Zekor, if I might ask you some questions. We know.
I just have to say, I remember when I berated Zekor for the way he spoke to Emperor Spood during his negotiation with Emperor Spood for the extradition of Saparada, and in exchange they would give Knight Octurus, and how Zekor was talking to the Emperor. I did not like that. He also had a very threatening posture, saying that they would go to war with West Ham if they did not get Saparada. I, specifically said that, as a diplomat, the way he is talking to the emperor of a foreign nation was very disrespectful. But now that I see that he is the leader of Arthon, and equally he's a head of state, and as a head of state to another head of state, they can talk to each other as cordial and as open and as frank as as anyone else. But if Zekor was still just a diplomat speaking to a head of state, that just looked wrong. It just looked wrong the way he was conducting himself in front of Emperor Spood. But now that I'm hearing that he became the leader of Arthon, he is a head of state as well. He's not just a diplomat, he is also a head of state of the Commonwealth. And yeah, I got it wrong there. I got it wrong there during Ish's video. Because I was saying, due to etiquette, as a diplomat, you should be very respectful to a head of state. But I didn't see that. But if he is a head of state himself, He is on equal ranking with the Emperor. Yeah.
So, after investigating that only one seat had no trap, can you identify who was sitting in that seat?
It was Sattler attendant.
And who built the meeting hall with that seat?
It was the Saps.
And do you think that based on the size of the ceiling, that anybody could have planned a trap without having access to the design before it was built?
No, I do not believe that.
Given the evidence against him, Saps was not going to go down quietly, pushing the blame onto another group of conspirators.
But I can tell you right now, I'm innocent. It wasn't me. Leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area, and were the only people who knew about the area before the leadership meeting. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200, Gotoga, Hive Rotation, Snowbird 334, and their ringleader, Fluxion.
This is the moment where CaptainParrm, as the presiding officer, should have informed the prosecutor to vacate his office because of conflict of interest and because he's been accused in this criminal case, and that he should also be investigated along with all these other co-conspirators that Sabarada has pointed out, and that they should also stand in trial for what has happened in Sabarada's home. That's what should have happened. But CaptainParrm, he didn't care about the truth, he didn't care about the evidence. He just wanted this trial to end as soon as possible, and he got what he wanted. And really, this trial was a sham. It was a sham.
When I left to gather the leaders for the meeting, they must have snuck into the roof of the meeting to make the trap. The people who I thought I can trust the most, who I thought had good intentions, used me for their malicious intent and killed the leaders and blamed it on me.
Despite his pleas, Sap was found guilty and sentenced to death for his crimes. His execution was to be thrown off the Gauntlet monument. All good, right?
No.
Hit him off. Hit him off. Hit him off.
Oh,
Hit him off.
Run, Saps, run.
Jesus Christ, guys.
What? He escaped?
Saps? No, wait, he actually escaped? Oh my fucking
It takes time for you guys to register what's happening.
god, he actually escaped! Oh my god.
The Commonwealth scrambled in all directions to find Saps. I headed to the last place he was spotted and met up with a member of Mykonos, my ducks on Quack, who gave me some context to his escape.
How the fuck did he escape? When?
Dude, everyone just walked out, right? Everyone that was supposed to escort him. In fact, I literally was like, this is gonna go great. He's literally just gonna run away. And I'm walking with him. I'm like, please follow me, dude.
Well, where did he go?
We start walking, right? We start walking, and he takes off one direction. So I start following him, like, hey, he's running, and everyone's like, wait, he's running, guys.
Where did he go?
Running? I was like,
well, where did he go?
He went further off that direction. There was a handful of people that went on to chase him. I didn't have a boat at the time.
We spent the remainder of the night searching the northern reaches of Island 2. Every house, every suspicious block was not left unturned. However, there was no sign of him. We could only hope the rest of the Commonwealth were having better luck than us.
Nah. Saps has fled to the Southern Alliance. He has been sheltered in the deep, dark forests and swamplands of the Southern Island. You will not find him.
While we were gone, it turns out Rorican had also turned himself in for the murder of Wolfram, the King of Arthon. The trial happened during the ongoing hunt for Saps, and many of the Commonwealth were not even at the Acropolis. And well, let me just show you.
Down
What happened, Palm?
the wall and to the docks over there and grabbed a boat and then fled east in the river.
This is literally not skippity.
Alright.
I'm
sorry.
I'm staying to watch
Oh, wait,
the
is Rory?
Yes, Sam.
I'll
Okay,
see
what
the
they say.
Rory escapes.
If Rory escapes, bro, oh my god.
He escaped. He escaped.
You know when you really just don't know what to say. It can't get any worse. I can it? I just don't know what to say. Overnight, the Commonwealth's reputation was tarnished. The Gauntlet lost faith in its leadership and now started to act on their own. Myself, Tiaki and Cosmic Chrome took it upon ourselves to regain some control.
Tiaki and Cosmic Chrome. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have been seeing this Tiaki on the screen. But Cosmic Chrome, not so much. Okay.
All the while, Zekor had strong beliefs that the Gauntlet could not be trusted, leading to an internal struggle between the two nations.
Wow, Zekor believes that the Gauntlet cannot be trusted. Interesting.
Arthon were under the assumption that there was more to the death of their king that was yet to be discovered, and that 20JP and Phoebus had something to do with it, or at least knew of it.
Yeah, like I stated before, guys, Island 2 and its internal politics, the cloak and dagger, the machinations, the betrayals, you know, really, it's a very murky place to be at. Island 2. Their politics is very murky, very bloody. Unlike with Island 1, you know, where they don't really have the abundance of resources like Island 2. They found a way to live with each other. They even have the Blue Cross as a meeting area for diplomacy. But with Island 2, there isn't anything like that here. Saparada was supposed to be that person, but he was used for nefarious reasons by Feluxion and his co-conspirators. And yeah, Island 2 just isn't the place to be if you want to be a leader. If you want to be a leader, your life is under threat. Really. I think Colmy Cass was the only secure leader. Well, no. She also said that her life was under threat by the conspirators led by Feluxion. Yeah, I think she did say that her life was also under threat. So yeah, you know, Island 2 is not a safe place for political leadership. It's just not. People die here.
The citizens worked quietly on the Acropolis, knowing that they were being mocked by the other Island 2 nations, but had hopes that their image could yet be restored. But none of that mattered today, as Build Day loomed, a chance for the Gauntlet to escape politics and finally see what the other nations had been up to, and a chance for Bingo to expand his growing business, who together with Zuck93 had finished the construction on their bakery, marking the first and only business inside the Commonwealth.
Congratulations, guys.
Unfortunately, peace did not last too long, when Sitzkrieg stormed into the bakery, demanding resources and rummaging through Bingo's chests.
Sitzkrieg, what the hell, man? What the hell? What the hell? What are you doing? You know, every time I'm seeing you, things are not looking good. Like, you are not presenting yourself in a good light. You know, I didn't like you in Isha's video. You know, I just found your way of negotiating with the Emperor of West Ham to be you know, not in good faith. I just didn't trust you. I just didn't like you. You seemed like you were very desperate in wanting to get Saparata at all costs, even if it meant destroying relations with foreign nations like West Ham. And, you know, I tried to understand your position as a leader of the Commonwealth, a nation that is crumbling in on itself. But now, what I'm seeing here is just making it worse. Like, what are you doing entering into a business and taking the resources of that business? Like, what's going on, Sitzkrieg? My gosh.
only reigniting the Gauntlet's anger. In retaliation, TimeParrm constructed a small prank to ward off any future attempts, though the message did not go so well, as this was deemed as an attempt on Sitzkrieg's life. A bounty was quickly put on his head so that he should be brought in to answer for his crime.
He committed a crime? Are they saying that he attempted to kill the leader of Mykonos, Sitzkrieg? Where's the evidence of that? But you know what, TimeParrm? I don't have any sympathy for you. After what you did to Saparada, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. All of a sudden, you are now being charged with attempted murder. All of a sudden. And there's no evidence of that happening. There is no concrete evidence that, there's some sort of dripstone or any other sort of, mechanism that will actually really kill someone. But we're going on the words of the Mykonos leader, Sitzkrieg, that, they're trying to kill me. The Gauntlet member, TimeParrm, is trying to kill me. And that's all they need. Just like you, TimeParrm, when you were the presiding officer on the trial against Saparada. That's all you needed. That was Saparada's home, and the traps were in Saparada's home, and therefore Saparada's guilty. You reap what you sow.
TimeParrm was now a wanted criminal. When we heard of this, we rushed back to the Acropolis, wanting to throw our lives on the line to defend TimeParrm. There was no way we were going to let him die, especially by the hands of Sitzkrieg. But before we got there, someone decided to take things into their own hands.
Whoa, 20 JP? 20 JP, you're actually killing your own citizen. Damn. There wasn't even a trial. Look, they're outside. There wasn't even a time for a trial. No one is inside the Acropolis. Yeah, no. TimeParrm, you reap what you sow. Wow. This is going to rip apart the Gauntlet, I think. Yeah. The prophet of the Gauntlet. The one that has set the ideological path of the Gauntlet has killed one of his own citizens. And these citizens are going to probably go after him now for revenge for TimeParrm. And what about Feebaz? Like, why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you do anything?
Yeah. I'm coming with.
Yeah.
Hey, if we're making enemies of the state, I have one more thing to add to our list of crimes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more this way. I think it is.
I mean, if Sitz wants to go real with us, let's start a war. Ready for next day.
Yeah, you'll be starting a war with your leader.
Also, I'm coming with to buy food from Bingo. Wait!
They couldn't do that, right? It's Team MSG.
JP! JP! Alright, JP's dead.
Like the good man TimeParrm was, he handed himself in, only to be murdered by our own leader.
Look at this place. It's beautiful. The Acropolis. What a beautiful place. Nice.
20 JP. In a rage, the Gauntlet broke off and headed towards their mining base, which had now become a temporary outpost. Civil war was on the horizon, but one thing was now crystal clear. 20 JP was going to die.
So you had instability in the Commonwealth, you had instability in the individual nations of the Commonwealth, and it's just falling apart slowly, but it is falling apart. What does it say in that message? Tenki was aware that Gauntlet helped with Wolfram's assassination. The evidence is damning. Okay. Yeah, please show us the evidence. Did he now? Is this true? What was his name? Cosmic Chrome.
So a lot happened between day 6 and 7. Let me give you a rundown. Take a seat, because it's a lot. After TimeBomb died and the day ended, 20JP announced his departure from the Gauntlet, denouncing the nation, his people and everything it stood for, in what would be an act of war. Not only that, but he stated that he was directly involved with the assassination of Wolfram, along with Feebaz, Tiaki, Cosmic Chrome and other Commonwealth leaders, as Wolfram allegedly had plans to overthrow the Commonwealth and become its president.
Really? Wow. So they got to him first before that could happen. Apparently.
Members of the Gauntlet who were innocent had a tough choice to make. 20JP already made himself an enemy, he was out of the question. But Tiaki and Cosmic Chrome, my two closest friends in the nation? I wasn't there for day 7, but here is what happened next. The moment day 7 began, the Gauntlet packed up, taking everything they had with them, leaving no clue behind as to where they were going.
Oh, so they're going to become political refugees? Where are they heading to? Island 1 or Island 2? Maybe the southern islands, maybe?
In truth, they headed to the old mining outpost and gathered there, planning their next steps and what to do with their Commonwealth traitors.
Oh, they're pretty close still, to the Commonwealth. Is that a safe place?
Knowing well that Sitzkrieg and Zekel were right on their doorstep.
Exactly.
But all was not lost, as Feebaz had been in contact with Westhelm on Island 1. It wasn't much to go on, but it would keep us alive for a while longer.
Okay, so they're going to Island 1.
And so, with a trail of blood behind them, the Gauntlet headed north to the barren wastes of Island 1, leaving everything they had built behind.
Welcome to Island 1. I think that's Nevermore. Yeah, I think that's Nevermore there. Where are you guys going? It looks like you're heading to Infernus. I know that Capitol building. To the glory of Westhelm. Glory to the Emperor.
They arrived at the magnificent nation of Westhelm, and to their surprise, met with the wanted criminal Saparata, who was also being harboured here.
You are all brothers and sisters in betrayal now. You are all in the same boat. All of you are political refugees.
Naturally, he was cautious of a large group of Island 2 members approaching, but tensions between them relaxed after they shared a few words and realised that they were all in the same boat. Shortly after, they met with the leader of West Helm, Spood, who welcomed them in with open arms.
I like how Emperor Spood's platform is elevated. He looks down upon the visitors who have come seeking protection and support, while those who are refugees, or anyone for that matter, they have to look up at the Emperor. I really like, I don't know who decided this platform, resin platform, but you did a good job. People must know, once you enter into West Helm, there is the Emperor of West Helm. And you are not at equal level with him. You are not his peer. He is the Emperor. You will prostrate yourself before him. You will prostrate yourself before him. He will always look down upon you, while you will always look up at him. I like this. I don't know who decided to do this, but it's a genius psychological move right here. Because just like Ish, he's also floating up in the air. He's looking down upon his creations, while his creations are looking at him. Looking at him, praising him, asking him for help if they should need any sort of support or anything. Ish is up there. He is the authority. Just the same way here with West Helm. You must all understand that is the Emperor.
Gave them a tour.
Posturing is important.
And eventually the colours of the nation, so they may begin their new lives as citizens of West Helm.
Welcome.
We've had enough of this nonsense.
I returned on day 8 with one thing on my mind: vengeance for CaptainParrm. 20 JP mocked us constantly from a secret hideaway somewhere, but that would end today, and I had a lead. After some Discord sweet talk, I was able to set up a meeting with him to discuss his demands.
I would like to see that Discord sweet talk. I would like to see how you convinced him to have a one-on-one meeting with him. Yeah.
But I would not be going alone. Now that the truth came to light about certain Gauntlet members, I was wary of who I could trust. I couldn't risk word getting to JP of what I intended. I had to pick 2 people who were not part of Wolfram's assassination and who were loyal to the Gauntlet.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how about you?
Yeah, nice to see some people. Yeah.
Go
Oh.
Quartermaster, get a bander for your shield, bro.
Oh, sweet. Where is that?
Follow me.
Oh, okay.
How was the ride?
It was fine. I went the completely different way. I went 1,300, so that was great. And I was like, well, there's nothing here, it's just ocean.
The Kashuta gave me the West Helm colours while we waited for our second conspirator tour.
Hold on. Let me write down his name. The Kashuta. So what, is Kashuta going to have a crossbow and assassinate 20 JP?
Arrived, and before long, we were ready to go. Zuck, Bingo's business partner, was more than happy to help avenge CaptainParrm, and we immediately headed north while I filled them in on the plan.
When we're close, you guys hold back, maybe if we're within 200 blocks or something.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is this mission sanctioned by the Emperor of West Helm? Remember, you are now representing West Ham. You are representing West Ham. Whatever you do is also, being clumped up, or should I say, is a representation of West Ham, because you are West Ham citizens. If West Ham citizens are killing members or heads of state of another nation, well, I don't know if 20JP is a head of state of the Commonwealth anymore, but, just killing someone, the responsibility is still going to be on the lap of West Ham. So, do you have authority? Do you have the permission from the Emperor to do something like this?
You guys hold back. I'm going to go just to check to see if he's there, which if we don't... I haven't told him I'm on my way yet. Haven't told him. I'm going to tell him I'm there. I'm going to tell him I'm on my way when I'm there. No matter how good the plan was, we were still nervous. We split off near the meeting point where Zuck and Kashuta waited underground for my word, when I got a message from 20JP that could threaten the entire plan. Someone from Island 1 was lurking around that spooked him off, but with a good choice of words, I convinced him that the stranger was someone who lived nearby. With that, I was able to reel him back in, and so I waited, my knees weak and arms heavy, completely unaware that TimeBomb's killer was closer than I thought. He revealed himself to me as the night came, immediately telling me of his grand plan. Meanwhile, I was keeping my two allies closely informed. 20JP seemed to be none the wiser of what was about to happen.
I want to be able to... I want to fight Arthon and Mykonos. And then, in exchange, I'll give you my life.
It didn't matter.
This is the leader, this is the prophet of Gauntlet and the prophet of Invisible Hand. This guy? He's not really convincing. He's not really convincing. Okay, wow.
What was said, what plans or schemes he had possibly thought up. We came here to do one thing, and there was no backing out now. All I had to pray for was that Zuck and the Kashuta were ready.
Go, go, go.
What's that?
The TimeBomb!
Whoa, you just threw lava at 20JP. This is taking me back to Saffram and Jofiel. Yeah, when she was assassinated by Saffram. In Ish's video, it showed that Saffram threw, lava at Jofiel. Yeah.
The TimeBomb!
What is he doing? Too late now.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We got him, boys! We got him! We got him!
Well done, Parrm. Well done, Kashuta and Zuck. Well done.
We got him! Let's get out of here! It was a complete success. 20JP was dead. TimeBomb had been avenged, and one loose end had been cleared up. He tried to surrender, but that was never an option. We headed back to West Helm victorious and emboldened that the Gauntlet could yet still survive. But with only a couple days left in the event, something bothered us when we returned to our friends. Despite all the welcomes and celebrations, the ultimatum we were given a few days ago still loomed in our minds. We weren't truly safe, not yet. Not while Sitzkrieg and Zekor were still out for our blood. Perhaps we had to act first.
What does that mean? Okay. So wait, you guys are back on Island 2, alright. Back at your mining facility.
Tensions between the Commonwealth and West Helm had escalated to a near all-out war. Not only did they harbour the alleged criminal saps, but it was also known that they were harbouring us too. The Gauntlet had been paying West Helm their diamonds in exchange for safety. Now even that was not a guarantee for our survival. Zekor had given us the ultimatum.
Why would you say that? Did the Emperor state anything? You know, saying that, you know, we're getting pressure from the Commonwealth and we can't guarantee your safety. Unless if you hear something from the Emperor, there's nothing to worry about. That's what I believe. Unless if the Emperor says something to you, there's nothing to worry about. Just keep on paying your taxes and you'll be fine. Yeah.
That we turn over those responsible for Wolfram's death, or we all die, and Sitzkrieg was fully on board with this. We couldn't stay in Island 1, not with the growing Infernus situation, and now the potential of other nations hunting us down. Things were looking very bleak. Questions were asked if we should go into hiding forever and hope that no one would find us. Perhaps the West Helm War would clear out our enemies.
Well, yeah, it is going to clear out some of your enemies. Not the West Helm versus Commonwealth, but you know, the Allied forces versus Infernus. That is going to clear out one enemy, and that is Sitzkrieg. He is going to die during the assault on Ashen Bastion. I'm not sure about Zekor, how he died. I can't remember if he died on Ashen Bastion or in Ashen Bastion, I should say. Also, Almond 1778, the leader of Aladonia, I don't know how he will respond to all of this. And yeah, what happens to him? Because the last leader, if I can say that, of the Commonwealth was Sitzkrieg, right? And the Gauntlet have lost their leader, 20 JP. There's still Free Bears. I'm not sure where Free Bears is. As Cornea have also lost their leader, Coraline. So what about Aladonia, Almond 1778? I'm not sure about him.
The future was uncertain, but after some discussion, we came to a conclusion that could benefit both the Gauntlet and West Helm. Throughout the Commonwealth Civil War, it was a known fact that the Gauntlet was heavily outnumbered with the combined armies of Mykonos and Arthon. There was no way we could fight them head on, but what we could do is destabilise the Commonwealth. They wouldn't expect us to return to the Acropolis. They wouldn't expect us to act first. We returned back to the shores of Island 2 and were met by some familiar faces. The remaining people of Ascoria had also defected the Commonwealth, feeling sympathetic towards our cause, and thanks to the work of Tiaki, they welcomed us with open arms, moving into our fort and turning it into a neutral ground, and also their new home. We ran over our plan one final time before splitting off into two groups. One would wait at the harbour side, south of the city. The other would wait under their very noses, the last place they would think to look, under the Acropolis itself. The goal? A double assassination on the two remaining Commonwealth leaders. To work, this would have to be pulled off within 30 seconds of one another. We couldn't chance one of them escaping. And so we waited patiently, while Oleg, another Gauntlet member, fed us constant information of when to strike.
Maybe. Zach was still at me, West Ham.
Like, they didn't.
They wanted to do a para L case.
I mean,
there's
only like 3 people around him.
Yeah. That's why I'm confused. That's why I have to go.
Is Zach or Zitz or both?
Oh.
Where's Zeko going?
He's going off island.
He's going down the stairs here.
So Zeko doesn't know that Olgi is part of Gauntlet. Well, yeah, I don't think you can know everybody in your nation. Yeah.
Okay, they probably might.
Where's Sitz at the minute?
I don't have an eye on him. I was sticking to Zachar now because I can't see him anymore. Because Zachar is basically alone. I'm following him. That's one.
Can we get Overclocked in to get an eye on Sitz?
We may end up executing here on Zachar in a minute.
If he leaves
he's alone.
But he's in the village now.
I like the city of the Acropolis. Mainly I've always seen the Acropolis on top of that of the mountain. I never really got to see the docks and the city down below. I only saw a bit of it when Saparada was running away. So yeah, this place is very nice. I like the blocks of walk paths that lead you down to the city. It's got that same creamish white color that is the main building color and material used for the Acropolis. And then you head down into town, and it's on the sea there, it's on this shore, and it just looks very nice from a distance. It really looks nice, really looks organized, and yeah, it's just unfortunate that the Commonwealth didn't plan out the way people thought it would.
There's one guy with him. Oh, he's moving away. Okay, Zachar is literally AFK in the lava bucket him. Okay, now he's back. He's in the village. Behind the village.
See no names. Let's uncut for a second.
Yeah, let's go. Is that him?
Zachar is.
Nice.
Let's go.
Okay, we're going.
What's going on?
There's one name in the Acropolis. Someone's coming. Here's the Acropolis.
Yo,
there's a guy right there.
What's going on, man?
Oh, he saw us. Let's go. We gotta go. We have to go.
What do you guys think here?
Where in the?
He's running.
The fucking thing. Where in the village? Where?
I'm running up the stairs behind him.
There's a person up there.
Someone's supposed to kill himself. I don't know.
Someone is suicidal.
He's running. He's gonna make it back. He's gonna make it back.
Can you try and kill him?
Oleg, leave it.
And Zeko is sprinting.
Hey, they got this.
He's trying to kill Zachar. Zachar's that way.
Guys, help me out.
Go for Zeko.
Dead.
Yes!
Run!
Go!
Right, let's go get Sitz. Sitz is over here. He's over here. Sitz. Get him. Right.
Cosmic Chrome.
Now execute.
Why don't they have bodyguards? Why didn't Zeko have a bodyguard with him? I think Sith Creek does have a bodyguard with him, but yeah.
The Gauntlet!
After Zekor died, Arthon finally withdrew themselves from the Commonwealth. And as for Sitz, well, he escaped. And it was shortly after our assassination attempt that Westhelm arrived with their army, but he was already gone. Sitzkrieg took it upon himself to disband the Commonwealth.
Whoa, is that lava on the Gauntlet? Whoa.
He and the small loyal forces he had left went to Infernus for his own safety. And well, the other conflicts, national and international, also seemed to revolve around Westhelm and Infernus. Not that we had much to do with that now. Westhelm laid siege to Infernus. Some of the Gauntlet members marched with them to either finally finish the job on Sitz, and others sought to see the Commonwealth destroyed for good.
It's just sad, you know. They all had high hopes for that civilization, and now it's reduced to this. You know, just a few people left of the Commonwealth, led by Sitzkrieg, fighting against his own people of the Commonwealth.
Others, like me, stayed behind. Dismantling the Commonwealth was our final task. To see...
Dismantle? In what way? Like the Acropolis? Are you going to destroy it completely?
The end of corruption and the values of the invisible hand met. We were successful, but I find myself looking back at what we had accomplished in our brief time together.
Wow, Cosmic Chrome is the one who killed Sitzkrieg using Traitor's Bane. Wow. Is Traitor's Bane like an axe or a sword or what? Oh, it's an axe, okay.
And also what we had lost in the pursuit of our goals.
Oh gosh. Triple Lion.
After a long journey, the Gauntlet disbanded. Arthon would likely never stop hunting us for the murder of their king. And while our belief was wavered by the betrayal of our prophet, it was up to us to preserve the words of the invisible hand that we knew and kept close to our hearts. But now our attention turned elsewhere, to some distant land offshore, where corruption had spread its roots deep underground.
Yeah, guys, that is it with the Gauntlet X Commonwealth, a 1,000 players civilization story, full movie made on the CaptainParrm YouTube channel. And you'll be able to find this video on the Minecraft 2.5 point of view playlist made on the compiled by Crayfish in Brazil. Yes. Yeah, the Commonwealth, it had cracks from day one, or should I say day two, and those cracks continued to grow and, you know, become deeper, and it hit to the very core of the Commonwealth. You know, as leaders of the Commonwealth were being killed, like Wolfram, and allegedly Wolfram wanted to kill all the other council members and become the only leader of the Commonwealth. Yeah, like there's a lot of machinations, a lot of political, ideological conflicts happening in the Commonwealth, and they were just not really solidified in their unity as a council of five, leading their people. and their people also were, losing their confidence in their leadership because of the miscommunication, because of the unilateral decisions by one council member, and things were just not looking good in their governance aspect. But when it came to the architectural and infrastructure build of their civilization, they were one of the best. Truly, they were one of the best. They built an amazing civilization, amazing buildings, civic buildings, and an amazing port side city as well. Really, they achieved many great things with their civilization, but they just could not fix what was truly broken, and that was their political stability. It was broken. They were just other forces, other interests, pulled this nation apart. And Parrm was there. He was there as a member of Gauntlet. He contributed not only to his own nation, but to the larger nation of the Commonwealth. And he just could not stop what was coming. He could not really help to prevent what was coming, because these are things that are beyond his control. Mainly he was a spectator to all of this occurring in the Commonwealth until it came closer to home, until his own leader, 20 JP, decided that he was going to kill one of his own kin, his own citizen, and that was CaptainParrm. And that's when Parrm really took a firm stance on involving himself in the politics of his own nation, in terms of eliminating someone who he trusted, someone who he followed, someone who he respected as a leader of his people, Gauntlet, the nation Gauntlet, and that is 20 JP. And yeah, from that moment on, Gauntlet itself was also at the verge of being destroyed due to internal politics and internal infighting between the leader and the members of the Gauntlet that have separated from their leader. And yeah, really the Commonwealth was fighting battles internally, and the individual nations of the Commonwealth were also fighting their own internal battles. And really the nation of the Commonwealth just could not take it anymore. It could not hold itself together, and their people began to leave. The people of Arthon, the people of, I don't know about Aledonia, what happened to their people, and their leader, Almond 1778, I'm not sure what happened to him. But yeah, the Gauntlet, Arathon, also Ascornia, yeah. Once their leaders were being killed, once their leaders had started betraying their own people, the populace just vacated the capital due to political persecution, or the fact that many of them just did not trust the political structure and stability of the Commonwealth, and it's better to leave the Commonwealth than to stay in uncertain situations with the Commonwealth. So yeah, it is good to see that Parrm really delved deep into the problems that were facing the Commonwealth, and how also Sitzkrieg Sitzkrieg, I didn't understand the point where he went into Bingo's bread business and started taking his possessions. Like what are you doing? Yeah, so a lot of things were happening in the Commonwealth that just destroyed the Commonwealth from the inside out, and there was really nothing that anyone could do to stop it, because this is a sickness that existed since day one or day two. The moment they had their arguments on how things are going to be run in the Commonwealth, and they had it in a public setting with everybody in front of them as they debated, in this meeting of theirs, you could tell that, you know, things are not really looking good in terms of leadership, in terms of how they're going to come to a decision, you know, the decision-making process, and, you know, how things are going to be implemented, you know, politically speaking. And this problem just never went away. It just continued to grow bigger and bigger and bigger until it exploded. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Thank you again to CaptainParrm for making this video. It's been really informative about the Commonwealth and the Gauntlet. And remember, guys, if you want to check out the original video as well as CaptainParrm's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. If you like my reaction, give it a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye.